Hi guys, it's Sarah and I'm back after a long time. I have not posted on this channel since August. That is my bad. But today we're not going to be really talking about swimming. You either clicked on this video because you follow my channel and are like, how did a swimmer tear her ACL swimming? Or you have torn your ACL or know someone that has torn their ACL and you're just trying to figure out like what's going to happen, how recovery is going to be. So it is true that I did not tear my ACL while swimming. No, I did not do that. I feel like that would be very difficult to do. It's probably possible. I know I could slip on the pool deck and probably tear my ACL. I tore my ACL doing crazy, right? I tumble once a week for fun. I do it just so I can have something that's working some different muscles in swimming. I tore my ACL January 15th at 8:01 p.m. I know the exact time because at 8 o'clock my class ended, my tumbling class, and at 8:01 I decided I was going to do one more flip, and that's when I tore my ACL. And if I cry in this video, I apologize because it's been tough. So I remember I had just done that skill right before. I've had that skill for maybe a little over a year now. Yeah, or almost 2, like a year and a half. And so I remember I was just getting back into tumbling, and so I had just gotten that skill again that night. And so I remember going into my flip, my pass where I fell, and I was like, why am I doing one more? I hadn't started my pass yet, and I was like, I can just go home now. I'm like, no, I have to do one more. I want to end on a good note. And I've fallen in that move a lot. Like it's a difficult move. It's the starting move where you're spinning backwards in the air. And I've fallen a lot. And I hit the ground, so my feet landed, and then my feet planted, and my top half was still like twisting, and because of torque, my body twisted, and my knee twisted along with it. And as soon as I hit the ground, I started screaming. And I did not cry when it happened. But the only thing going through my mind, I'm sitting there on the floor holding my knee to my chest, is I'm not going to be able to swim again. And, which is true. Well, I'll be able to swim again. And so I know my body. I've been taught as an athlete to learn my body and understand it and know what's too much in the weight room. And I knew something was wrong, but it was just so hard for me because January is the start of championship season. And so I tore my ACL completely in two. So you can have like 75% tear, 50% tear. And in a way, we were almost lucky that I didn't have a partial tear, because then we would have had to make the decision, do I want to rehab it or just go ahead with surgery and repair it? So my ACL snapped in two. It was not there anymore. My meniscus was shredded, which means multiple tears in different directions. And then I had bone bruising from where my bones were hitting each other because I didn't have an ACL or meniscus. And so that was the official diagnosis that I did not find out until Friday, and I tore my ACL on Tuesday. And then it just so happened that the following Friday was my high school regional meet. And then 2 weeks after that was my high school state meet. And we have a small state team. I'm not exactly sure. I think 9 of us made it. And I made it. And I was not able to compete. That was on February 8th and 9th. I had my surgery January 28th, so 13 days after I tore it. I didn't do any prehab, which is something I regret because I felt like it would have helped me afterwards. And so yeah, currently it is February 22nd. I can walk without crutches. I can bend my knee at a 90-degree angle with a brace on. And I have to keep my brace on for 5 weeks because I tore my meniscus. And so I've really just been trying to do my physical therapy, but it's been really tough for me to make the progress that I should be making because it was just so scary for me to tear my ACL. I've never went through that kind of pain before. And so it's really hard for me when I'm in physical therapy to put myself through more pain because I'm so scared that something's not going to be right. And so yeah, that's what's going on. And there are some statistics that I've learned that 80% of all people that tear their ACL go back to their sport, which is good because there will never be a day where I say I don't want to swim anymore. But only 55% get back to the level that they were at. So I was at a pretty high level, and so I don't want to be part of that 45% that doesn't get back to where they were. And I've realized these past 2 or 3 days that I should be pushing myself more in physical therapy, but I'm not, and so that's something I'm really going to have to start working on. And I've been trying to eat healthier because I'm not in the pool. I've been trying to just because when I think about swimming and think about where I was and the level that I was at and the places that I was going in swimming, it like upsets me. So I have to think about what I'm doing now and what I'm trying to do to get better, to get back to that place. And not to get back to that place, but get back to that place and be stronger than I was before. And so yeah, that's just, I've had a lot of support from my friends. My mom has been an angel for me, helping me through this. I just always thought, like, what if swimming was taken away from me? What if I always thought one day I was going to blow out my shoulder because that's a common, but just having an injury that wasn't even caused by swimming, that took swimming away from me, has been devastating. And I know there are a lot of people that don't think I'm going to get back to where I am. And some days I wake up and I hate that I've torn my ACL. I hate that I have to sleep with a brace on. I hate that I have to hobble down the steps one step at a time. But I turn that hate into motivation to be the very best I can be. And I haven't perfected that. I have by no means. Because for me, this journey has been 1,000 times harder mentally than physically. Because physically, I know how to push myself. I've done it in the pool. I do it on the track. I do it in the weight room. But like I said earlier, it's just been so hard to do that in physical therapy, but not nearly as hard as what it's been to get past the mental, the cloud of doom hanging over me. What if you're not going to get back? What if you're not going to do this? What if it takes you too long to recover? What if you don't go as fast as you did? And that's what you have to overcome, because that's what's going to take you down. That's what's going to make you say, I'm done with swimming. I'm done with my sport. I'm done with soccer. I'm giving up. I can't do this. Because this injury for me has been the hardest thing, or one of the hardest things I've ever had to deal with in my entire life. But I know that it will make me a stronger person in the future. And I know that it's going to give me something to to talk about it when I talk about my journey. It's going to give me something to write about when I apply for colleges. It's going to give me something that I can say I've overcome. And so this is part 1 of I've torn my ACL. I'm not in the place I want to be at for my physical therapy. I'm not swimming, obviously. It's been almost 4 weeks on Monday. And so I'm just making it through. Every day, it's a new journey, a new battle, a new fight. But I just want to say, if you tear your ACL, if you've torn your ACL, like, you can do it. Like, you're gonna make it through. And it will be hard. Like, really, really, really hard. Especially if you're an athlete and you're used to pushing yourself every day. But you can do it. And I'm saying this to you guys, but I'm also saying this to myself. Because I'm not a rock star. I haven't been able to overcome and fly over the standards of what you should be when you tear your ACL. And so, yes, that is what has been going on. And so, just keep your head up. Don't let life get you down. Don't let other people tear you down. Don't let the people that don't believe you're going to get back tear you down. Don't let yourself tear you down. And keep on swimming. And that's all I have to say for this part 1 of I tore my ACL and meniscus. Bye, guys.